Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I am Ashish and this video will talk about the anatomy of the hard palate. Hard palate forms the anterior surface of the partition between the nasal and the oral cavities. This basis I have already discussed in the previous video. So let's start with just a simple introduction. Then we'll proceed with the different subheadings in this case. So suppose this is the layer of the hard palate or the layer of the palate simply. Okay. So this plane of the sketches signify the plane of the palate. So the anterior 4/5 is formed by the hard palate, while the posterior 1/5, suppose in this case the sketch pen caps are signifying the posterior 1/5. So you can see the posterior 1/5 are forming the soft palate, while the anterior 4/5 is actually the hard palate. Hard palate is further divided into two parts, anterior 2/3 and a posterior 2/3. Okay, so what was the total division? This was the whole palate, or you can say the whole plane of the palate, and the anterior 4/5 was formed by the hard palate. Okay, and the posterior 1/5 are formed by the soft palate, and the hard palate is further, this body of the sketch is further divided into two, an anterior 2/3 and a posterior 1/3. So let's discuss now. So you can see in this diagram the anterior 2/3 and the posterior 1/3 are formed by different structures. The anterior 2/3 is formed by the palatine process of the maxilla bone, while the posterior 1/3 is formed by the horizontal plates of the palatine bone. Note, we are not talking about just the whole of the palate. Okay, whole of the palate, anterior 4/5 is formed by the hard palate, while the posterior 1/5 is formed by the soft palate. Now we are talking just about this body. In the body also we have further subdivision. We have an anterior 2/3 and a posterior 1/3. Okay, so the anterior 2/3 is formed by the palatine process of maxilla, while the posterior 1/3 is formed by the horizontal process of the palatine bone. So let's look into 3D and find out where these bones actually lie. This is the 3D model of the skull, and we focus on the maxilla of the left side. We have two maxilla bones, right and left, and we'll be focusing only on the maxilla of the left side. So in the maxilla of the left side you can see many bony landmarks. The most important to concern over here is the palatal process of the maxilla. So let's look at the palatal process. So this is the palatal process which forms the hard palate. So as I told you, hard palate is formed by two bony structure. First one was the palatal process of maxilla, and second one was the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. So this was the first process that forms the hard palate, that is the part of the maxilla. Now if you remove the maxilla, then you can see one more bone over here, that is called the palatine bone. So the highlighted bone over here is the palatine bone. Now let's take it out separately and discuss this bony features. So here the purple color structure you can see in the highlighted side is the horizontal plate of the palatine bone, and at the tip of the horizontal plate you have the nasal spine. To the tip you have the posterior nasal spine. Now let's see how these two bones forms a hard palate. We are going to remove the mandible, enter the mouth and look at the roof of the oral cavity, that is we'll see the hard palate. So let's enter the oral cavity and look at the roof. Here you can see the hard palate is formed by actually four bones, two from the maxilla and two for the palatine bone. So this is the part of the maxilla bone, that is the palatal process of maxilla, and posteriorly we have the palatine process, the horizontal part, that is the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. So actually these four bones are forming the hard palate, and posterior to the hard palate we will having the muscular soft palate. As it is a bony structure, we cannot see the muscular palate or the soft palate. So these four bones are actually forming the palate or the hard palate. If you see in the cross section and sideways, the roof of the oral cavity or the floor of the nasal cavity is actually the hard palate. So the highlighted part over there you can see the hard palate just above the incisor teeth. Now we'll talk about the attachments of the hard palate. The hard palate is divided into two parts. Okay, one anterolateral part and a posterior free part. The anterolateral part is continuous with the alveolar arches and the gums. Okay, as you can see, the anterolateral part is continuous with the alveolar arches and the gums. So the gums you can see over in the pink structure over here, so it is continuous with the arches and the gum. What about the posterior margin? The posterior margin is free. Here you can see the posterior margin is not attached to any structure and is free, and it gives attachment to the soft palate. So the soft palate originates from the posterior free margin of the hard palate. What about the surfaces? As I told you, how you have to imagine the palate. Palate is a partition of the nasal cavities and the oral cavities. So it will have two surfaces, one upper surface and a lower surface. The superior surface forms the floor of this floor, that is the nasal cavity, while the inferior surface will form the roof of the oral cavity. So this is very basic that you should know. What about the blood supply? It receives its arterial supply from the greater palatine artery. Greater palatine artery is a part of the, or you can say the branch of the third part of maxillary artery. Maxillary artery is also very important from examination point of view. So I will be uploading this video soon. So if you liking the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe and support our channel. Now that was the arterial supply, that is through the greater palatine artery. What about the venous drainage? The veins of the hard palate drain into the pterygoid venous plexus mainly. So the majority of the veins drain into the pterygoid venous plexus, while only a small portion drain into the pharyngeal venous plexus. Okay, the majority is through the pterygoid venous plexus and a small portion through the pharyngeal venous plexus. What about the nerve supply? The palate is supplied by the, or the hard palate is supplied by the greater palatine nerve and the nasopalatine nerve, which originates from the pterygopalatine ganglion. So this is the pterygopalatine ganglion. Okay, so the post-draining fibers from the pterygopalatine ganglion originate from the greater palatine nerves and the nasopalatine nerves, which supplies the hard palate. Okay, so let's look at the area of distribution or the area of supply of each of them. The greater palatine nerves originate from here, or enters the, or supplies the palate by entering through the greater palatine foramen, moves forward and supply whole of the palate. Okay, so it gives branches, it will arise from this side as well and provide branches to the whole of the palate, except an area in the front that was called the premaxilla. So let's show it with different color. So this is the area of the premaxilla or the primitive palate that is supplied by the nasopalatine nerve. Nasopalatine nerves originates from here. Okay, so this area is supplied by the nasopalatine nerves, while the rest, all the area is supplied by the greater palatine nerve. So all this area, rest of the area supplied by the greater palatine. Only small portion of the premaxilla and the first 4 inches the teeth is supplied by the nasopalatine nerves, and the lymphatics drain into the deep cervical and some of them into the retropharyngeal lymph nodes. So lymphatics either drain into the upper deep cervical or the retropharyngeal lymph nodes. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.